Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully eldritch ones. Welcome to Alethra-zin RPG. In my last video, I attempted to make a wizard for the Swords and Wizardry role-playing game by Frog God Games, and I botched the job. And I think that this was mostly due to my lack of skill and technical knowledge. But anyway, I'm going to use technology. I'm going digital today, and I'm using, obviously, as you can see before you, Roll20. I have a free account, and what I have done is I created a game, and I'm using a Swords and Wizardry character sheet from Roll20, and I'm not very experienced with it, but anyway, so if you want to know how I did this, in case you don't know anything about Roll20, I just went to create new game, and I gave the game a name, Swords and Wizardries, and then I went down here where it says optional, choose a character sheet, and I typed in Swords and Wizardry. There it is. And so I click on that right here. And so here you see the details, see the character sheet. That's the character sheet that I will be using in this video. But I don't need to do all this because excuse me, I already did that earlier. So here we go. So I kind of hope that this will help someone who perhaps wants to create a character for the Swords and Wizardry game. Wizard character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go between this and this book, this digital copy of Swords and Wizardry Complete. And I think you can get this on drive-thru RPG. But anyway, so I'm going to scroll down, and better yet, there we go. So I kind of know what I need to look at and where I need to go already. So, attribute scores. Let's go to page 7. So, you could follow with me. So, creating a character. Roll attribute scores. So, it says right here, roll 3d6 for each of the 6 attribute scores. Okay? Back to this, Swords and Wizardry, and I launch the game. I hope. Okay. There I am. Look to the left. Ooh, there I was. Let me get this over here. Excuse me. Okay. So I go over here to the right to journal, and I hit add. See? Add. Handout? Folder? Nah. Character. Here we go. By the way, my intent, this is more about creating the character than creating a character with Roll20. I'm just using Roll20 to do it because all of you can see it better. I mean, I had, if you didn't see the other video, I've got a camera on a phone hovering, kind of a little shaky too, above a table, and I'm writing in ink that just doesn't look right. So anyway, let's see. I'm the one that's going to be looking at this, and can be edited and controlled by Alethra-zin. Let's see. I won't worry about that. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do is, it says right here you can drop a file from your art library or computer, etc., etc. So, what does she look like? Let's go. It's going to be a girl. Let's see. Now, these pictures were free art from Wizards of the Coast from the 3rd edition era of Dungeons and Dragons. These appeared in Dragon Magazine, if I remember correctly. And I already got a name for her, so I'm going to have to... I know... Let's see. Okay. Not bad. Shaman, sorcerer. Check this one out. I like. The Mistress of Ghouls. She's too ghoul for school. That was stupid. Anyway. A drow. This character will be human. There we go. That's the one. Should be coming up any second. Excuse me. Okay, now it's time for the character name right here. So, I pulled this up. I looked up Celtic names. And I decided Deidre. So, but I'm going to use this spelling. See that? There we go. Alright. Save changes. Okay. So here's the character sheet. I'm going to separate this into a separate window. There we go. Let's look at the character sheet. Get ready. Oh, it's beautiful. I do like it a lot, actually. It looks a little more complicated because it's kind of got things broken down, it looks like. Then, it looks more complicated than the actual paper sheets. But it's not really. And I think it's auto-calculate. So, anyway, so here's her name. Let's highlight that. Yeah, there we go. Right there. She's going to be human. I've already, excuse me, I cannot speak today. Already decided human. Age, let's go with, she's going to be first level. Yeah, she's going to be first level. She's young. Ooh, let's let her be 17. Yeah, she's 17. There we go. And it's her gender, of course, female. Height, 5 foot, 8 inches. Weight, approximately 140. There we go. That's pretty good. Class, wizard. Let's go with magic user. Sounds more old school, doesn't it? There we go. Magic user. Primary attribute, we'll get to that. Alignment, of course we know it's intelligence, excuse me. Alignment, law. She is a product of culture and society. She's formally trained. Deity, let's see. Kararan, the god of the wind. The god of, excuse me, air. No, it's just gonna do. So much for details. I know. Let's get on over. Let's see. Normally what one would do is roll I'll go ahead and bring this up. Okay. Normally what one would do is roll the stats. And in the old style, you would just write down what you get in order. So do it this way. At any rate, there. So roll 1d6. No, we're going to roll 3d6. 3d6. So 11. Why not? That's strength. So you see the attributes here. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go start at the top and go down. And I may not roll them all because I just sort of want to do what I want to do. And so that's it. Strength is 11. So you can see right here, she gets -1 to hit. So any attack roll that's melee, hand-to-hand combat with a sword or staff or whatever, going to subtract 1 from the roll on a d20. So let's go to the book. Let's go to the almighty Swords and Wizardry book of magic. And anyway, I'm exaggerating. God. Anyway, here we go. Here's the strength table. Let's go down. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So this right here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Right here. I'm highlighting it. I hope everyone can see it much better now. So it says right here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Oh, I'm messing this up too, just like the last one. Okay. It actually doesn't want to highlight in the middle. It's kind of weird. Anyway, we have 9, 10, 11, and 12. You see the 2 hit modifier is 0, and the damage modifier is 0. It appears to be a contradiction. Okay. So you can see her strength is 12. I'm sorry, 11, and it says 2 hit -1. If I look at and I'm going to take it from the book. If I look at the Swords and Wizardry book here, it says 11 gives no modifier to hit and no modifier to damage. So her score would have had to have been 5 or 6 to get that -1. So something is wrong with the actual character sheet in the program or whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that to 0. Okay. So back to the die rolling. That's 12. So dexterity will be 12. Okay. So see this, back to strength real quick. It says over here, doors. And we see a 2. Okay, what that is you've got, if you go over here on this row, start at 9 to 12, and you go over to this column, open doors, you see 1-2. So the character can open a stuck door on a roll of 1 or 2 on a d6. Okay, so that right there represents the maximum number. So that's correct. This was not correct. Back to dexterity. So, with respect to dexterity, so far we see nothing, no numbers, nothing but zeros. And let's go ahead and look at the dexterity. So I'm on page. Let's go down there. It's page 8. It's page 8 of the Swords and Wizardry complete rule book, and see 9 to 12. Missile weapon to hit bonus or penalty, right? So +0, effect on armor class none, zilch, 0, nada. So here it appears to be correct. So dex, carry, armor class to hit. This up here is to hit melee, and this right here is dexterity based. It is ranged bows and arrows, slings, things like that. So yeah. Okay, so moving on to Constitution. Like I said, I may not use all my rolls, but I'm going to be honest, I like rolling the dice. I know that's silly, but 6, 7, 8. Could I get a reroll, please? So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14. That's good. 14 Constitution. So hit dice +1. So anytime her hit points are rolled, she gets +1 extra point. Or she gets +1 extra point when her hit die is rolled. There appears to be no other modifications. Right, so that's it. 13 to 18, +1. Raised dead, survival, 100%. So, Constitution 14. Raised dead survival should be 100%. And there it is. See? Just highlighted it. So, let's go with intelligence. Now, she's a wizard, so I'm going to go ahead and set this wherever I darn well please. There we go. Spell level 8, 5 languages. New spell. It says it's at 75%. Okay. Languages. Let's see. I don't remember. Intelligence, high intelligence. Only magic users with high intelligence are able to learn the highest level spells. Let's just go around here to the chart. She's got a 16, so that means she can, at maximum, learn 5 additional languages. Her maximum spell level is 8, and her chance to understand a new spell. So whenever she finds a scroll, or a grimoire or whatever, and studies a spell, she, after a certain amount of time, you roll to see if she has a 75% chance. You roll the percentile dice to see if she actually understands it and can actually cast a spell and prepare it and so forth and so on, or memorize it, as it were. This minimum maximum number of basic spells understandable per level. I don't really care for that. I have no intention of using it. So, just forget you ever saw that. Okay, let's go back. So, see the Swords and Wizardry logo here. I like it a lot, by the way. It's quite beautiful. She speaks Common. This is the language of humans and most people and so forth and so on. And she knows some Elf. She knows Elfish. And I think that's pretty good for now. So she can learn, say, 4 more languages, additional languages. So I'm going to leave it there for now and just go on. So the next ability score is Wisdom. I think I'll roll just to see what happens for fun. It's a lot of fun. It's too much fun. So 10. I think, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So let's look at the Sacred Swords and Wizardry Tome. Congregation, will you please reach down to the pew in front of you and take out your Swords and Wizardry hymnal. At any rate, so we have, as the prime attribute for clerics and monks, we have wisdom. And one of the two prime attributes for druid characters, if clerics have a wisdom score, wisdom score, wisdom, yes, okay, great. Let's go on to charisma. I've already decided. Okay, so charisma, I'm going to set that really high. Let's go with 15. That's pretty good. Okay. So we have hirelings, 5. Let's look. Maximum number of special hirelings. It's over here to the right. You see? Right there. And at 15, it is 5. Maximum number of special hirelings. So, I'm going to be honest. Special hirelings? I'm not really sure what that means. I don't claim to be all-knowing and 100% on this, but, please bear with me. And please like and subscribe. I mean, if you like it. If you don't like it, please thumbs down and tell me why you hate it and all that. But please subscribe. I need it. Trust me. Okay. Forward. Next on the list, we're going to have to look at the wizard class. So what we're going to do is go to page 16 of the Swords and Wizardry Complete Handbook. So page 16 should be Magic User. There it is. That's pretty good. I like the art. So the prime attribute of a wizard, right here, prime attribute is Intelligence 13 plus. No, I'm sorry. The prime attribute is Intelligence. But if the intelligence of the wizard or magic user is 13 or higher, they get a plus 5% experience bonus. So I'm going to write that down on a piece of paper. You can't see that. Plus 5% due to intelligence. I had to spell it out, didn't I? That was, ugh. Anyway. The reason I did not put it on the character sheet is, well, it's an impulse. I just wrote it down because I know that there could be other bonuses, and I just add them all together. But at any rate, so here's hit dice. 1d4 gains 1 hit. Gains 1 hit point per level after 11th level. So some modern versions of Dungeons and Dragons, I mean, it can get ridiculous how many hit points they have. Not so much with this. So remember that because of her constitution, she gets 1 extra hit point. Her constitution being 14. So I'm going to roll the dice, or the die rather. So I'm going to roll over here and roll 20, dice roller. I'm going down here to advanced roll. I'm going to go, whoops, wrong way. I'm going to roll 1d4. And I got a 3. I think that's a 3. Let's find out. I think that's what's... Yep. Oh yeah. Kind of feel like bad that I even had to look again. I wasn't sure. I see it. Yeah. Okay. 3. God, I'm incompetent. Anyway. So adding that 1 point, that brings us to 4. So her maximum is 4. Okay. And here it says hit dice. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1d4 plus 1. There we go. So this will represent... I think I want to switch that up. It's like saying 4 out of... So right now she has 4 out of 4. There we go. She has 4 out of 4 hit points. And I'll lower this. Well, she has 3 out of 4 and 2 out of 4. She has 1 out of 4. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Anyway, get the point. So, back to this. Armor, shield permitted. None. Weapons permitted, dagger, staff, and darts. And then race, half-elves, elves, humans, may be magic users. So, there's racial restrictions in the old school games and old school or retro clones like this one to try to mimic the way it used to be back in the 1970s and 80s and 90s. So, let's see here. Casting spells. Magic user's ability to cast until prepared again. Okay. In Swords and Wizardry, a beginning magic user's spellbook contains as many of the 8 basic first level spells as the neophyte character can know. Check each spell to see if the magic user can learn. Remember the limits on how many spells of a certain level she can learn or know. I have decided not to use that. So she could fill that spell book up, but that doesn't mean she understands everything in the spell book. The way I look at it, she was given the standard issue, if you will. Here's the formulae. Here's the weird stuff that looks like arcane gobbledygook and complex higher mathematics. And, she studies and she tries to, she learned what she could. So, and she has the spell book to try to learn more later, but that's the point. Get the point. I think I explained that well. And anyway, maybe not. So, what I'm going to do is look at spells, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to roll to see if she actually, which ones she actually can cast, memorize and cast. Which ones she understands. So go to spell list, and that's page 51. Spell list, page 51. Spell lists, plural. So here are the first level spells. I'm going to see if I can copy these and put them in her spell book. Let's see if this works. So, there does not appear to be a place to put this. So, special spell or ability name. Let's see. How do I want to handle this? I think I'll go like this, one after the other. I don't have the list convenient, so separate from the computer. So here we go. Charm person. I'll just do it this way. I don't remember how many there were. So charm person, detect magic. Now, I will probably play with this character and not just simply, sit here and try to show off. So, if you want to, you just kind of fast forward over this painful part. There you go. Okay, magic missile. I hope when I get to that one, she understands it. I hope. Now, I don't know what the Swords and Wizardry book says on this, but read magic, it's kind of a no-brainer. She understands how to read magic, so I'm not going to test for that one, okay? I will put it in the book. I will put it on her list on the character sheet, but I'm not going to test for it, is what I'm saying. The 75% chance that I was pointing out and talking about. Shield and sleep. I could have just typed that in, couldn't I? Okay, shield. And, oh my goodness, sleep. Okay, here we go. So, going back to the Swords and Wizardry textbook, go to page 16 again. Scroll down. There should be a chart or two. The next page. And there it is. So here we have first level. Hit dice 1. Saving throws 15. That's already accounted for. Let's go up here and look. Look here to the right where it says saving throw right here. And she's got a 15. Now, for those of you that don't know, in Swords and Wizardry and a lot of old school games, to make a saving throw, you have to roll that number or higher. So, and on the other, conversely, for an attribute over here, like strength, dexterity, you roll that number or lower. But anyway, just thought I'd point that out. So, number of spells by level, this is per day. This is how many spells she can memorize and cast, and in this case it's one first level spell. Back in the old days, wizards and such were very, very weak compared to modern games. So I'm going to go down here, abilities and magics, number of spells by level, and right there it is, one first level spell. So I'm going to go through here and let's see what this does. There I can check it off. So I'm going to roll for each of these. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. D100. Here we go. Okay, 62. Okay. What that means is she understands and can cast Charm Person. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is just go through here, and if she does not understand, let's see, how do I want to do this? Because this is really convenient. Let's say that she decides she wants to memorize the light spell, and what I can do is just simply do this. That's the one she's got memorized. She can cast one first level spell per day. There it is. And if she doesn't have the spell memorized, let's see, I can just wipe it off the list completely, or I can just, let's see, put a Y beside it or whatever, or just like take it off. Anyway, so definitely has the, I'm just going to, for convenience for now, if she knows it, I'm just going to put a check mark on it. There it is. If she actually understood it and can cast it. So oh, here we go. Ooh, no. Oh, there we go. 77, 75% chance. Nope. Not happening. There we go. I rolled it multiple times. Oops. Sorry about that. It's a little delay, I think. Wow, someone just slung them. Okay. So, detect magic? No. Hold portal? Well, you get the idea what I'm trying to do. I don't think there's any reason to... So, yeah, so that's how I'm going to handle that. Let's see, what other concerns do we have? Alignment, equipment. Let's go to page 29 in the Sacred Swords and Wizardry Guidebook. So page 29. We have a market bazaar or whatever. That guy has a pig. Right. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about anything except for weapons. So we have a dagger. Weighs 2 pounds. Costs 2 gold pieces. And we have, of course, a two-handed staff. Weighs 10 pounds. Yeah, that's it. 1d6. Here we go. One d6. No modifier to hit or damage, so just 1d6. And damage, damage is 1d6, and the to hit roll is 0. There we go. There. So let's see, dagger. And actually, this should have been appropriate. I see what they're trying. I see what it is now. So it's 1d20. Just 1d20. There we go. 1d20, and the dagger does 1d4 damage. There we go. Okay. So we have a lot of room for over here for movement rate. We have room for gear and treasure and how much this and that weighs. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is just the gist of it. We'll look at armor class real quick. I think that's I'm going to use ascending armor class. In the Swords and Wizardry game, you have the choice between using descending or ascending armor class. I choose ascending armor class. And so, I'll tell you what, we have leather armor right here, which gives, with descending armor class, you have a -2 modifier. With ascending, you have a +2 modifier. The base armor class, either way, is 10. Okay? So, well, wizards can't wear armor. Those are the rules, right? Well, what if I say a wizard can wear armor? Okay. How about I do this? Let's go to defense. Right here's defense. And you can choose descending armor class. And actually, I was wrong. If the armor class is descending, apparently... I think that's actually wrong, though. Because, look over here at dexterity. She doesn't get any modifiers. So, I'm not really sure about that, but I'm going ascending. So, the base is 10. So, no dexterity modifier. Armor, I'm going to put leather armor. And, can you imagine she's wearing like a wizard's cloak that's open in the front. It's got a hood. And wearing leather armor and boots and things like that. So that's going to give her a +2. Okay? But I'm going to put a note right here. Spell failure. Spell failure chance. This is arbitrary. It's an old school game. And I don't want it to be like, well, the spell might fail on a 5%, there's a 5% chance her spells will fail because if they have somatic components, gestures, hand gestures and whatnot. Her spell might fail. Obviously, if it's just a word, you just got to say abracadabra, for example, then why the hell would her spells fail? Her spell fail. Why would you could say it's the magical energy for some reason she's wearing armor and bullshit. No, I'm going to say that with leather armor, there is a 25% chance that her spell, or any spells with somatic components, will fail. And it's already calculated. She's got an armor class of 12 right here, see? Okay. Excellent. Okay, let's see if there are any bonuses to saving throws because of being a human or being a wizard. So, let's go to races. Page 25 on in the Swords and Wizardry Complete Book. And we have character race. Okay, so we have dwarves. Let's see, scroll down. Dwarves. Elves. Halflings. Humans. Okay, humans are the default race for Swords and Wizardry, and thus they receive no specific bonuses or penalties as do other races. But I do think wizards get something. So let's go to 16, page 16, and that's the wizard class. Okay, spell casting, knowing spells. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Here it is. I'm going to highlight it. Saving throw bonus. Magic users gain a bonus of +2 on all saving throws against spells, including spells from magic wands and staves. So I'm going to highlight that text to make it easier on me. I hope that's got it. And I'm going to put that somewhere on the character sheet. So I hit plus, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that. Okay, we have a problem here. It says roll bonus saving throw. Let's see. Yes, it's +2. It's already there. Okay. Let's see if I can make that a little bit easier. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah, it's visible. +2 to all saving throws against all saving throws. All saving throw rolls. Let's go. All saves versus spells. And then including, there we go. It's wands, staves, magic wands, aimed, right? So aimed at the character, including spells from magic wands and staves. So, okay. Let's look at the character sheet one more time. Maybe 2 more times. I don't know. Okay. The base movement rate, I think, is 12, and that base movement rate is multiplied times a certain number of feet, and depending on the situation. Like, for example, the character is just walking at a normal pace, and I think it's like 20. You multiply 12 times 20 feet per turn, which a turn is 10 minutes in Swords and Wizardry. And a combat round is a minute. So 10 combat rounds is 1 turn, etc., etc., whatever. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. And so there it is. I've created a character. Let's see. Yeah. A Swords and Wizardry character. Using Roll20. And I think that I think you can see that a little bit better than the last video I did. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that if you're new to this, you want to make a character for this game, that you can. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and definitely leave comments. You got anything to say, like you want to critique the video, think of a way I can improve it besides stumbling all over the place verbally, mentally and verbally, then just whatever, just let me know. I'd appreciate it. And have a wonderful day.